Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Frazen, Director of Vintage here at Bob's Watches, and welcome to another episode of Vintage of the Week. For this episode of Vintage of the Week, we're featuring a lovely great white Rolex Sea Dweller reference 1665 that represents an early example of a Sea Dweller with all white text. But before we go any further, let's do a quick wrist check. Today I'm wearing a vintage Rolex reference 1016 circa 1966 with a glossy dial. Be sure to let me know what you're wearing in the comments below. Back to this week's Vintage of the Week. The Rolex Sea Dweller was first introduced in 1967 as a more capable version of the brand's iconic dive watch, specifically built to handle the unique challenges of saturation diving. Produced from 1967 until the early 1980s, the reference 1665 was the very first Sea Dweller reference that Rolex ever created. During the reference 1665 production run, Rolex made many different variations, and this example has a 5.7 million serial number, meaning it dates to circa 1979. Rolex initially made these 1665s with all red text on the dial. The earliest prototypes had one line of red text. Then the production models had two lines of red text, which are known as double red Sea Dwellers. However, by around 1978, Rolex had made the switch to dials with all white text, which earned these later variants their Great White nickname, like the watch we have here. In addition to featuring a thicker case design with more than twice the water resistance of a Submariner, the Rolex Sea Dweller also features a date display at 3 o'clock, along with a helium escape valve located on the side of the case at 9 o'clock. This allows trapped helium gas molecules to safely exit during decompression. Collectors have identified 5 different dial variations for the Great White Sea Dwellers, and the version we have here features a Mark I dial. The matte black surface remains very well preserved, while the tritium lume on both the hour markers and hands have developed a matching pale yellow patina. While the case appears to have been lightly polished in the past, the bezel ring remains sharp and the black aluminum bezel insert is in overall great condition. Completing the watch is a stainless steel 93150 oyster bracelet with a VD clasp code indicating it's from 1979, which matches the production date. Overall, the Sea Dweller is in great, honest condition, truly a very cohesive example. As the only 4-digit Sea Dweller and the only version to ever be offered with an acrylic crystal, the reference 1665 holds a special place within the hearts of many collectors. And the Great White represents an excellent value in today's market, especially when compared to its red text sibling. The Sea Dweller is arguably the most purpose-built model that Rolex has ever created, and a personal favorite of mine. In my almost 10 years in the business, it's one of the least seen models that come across my desk. So whenever one pops up, I get pretty excited. Lastly, remember, just like every watch we feature in the Vintage of the Week, this exact watch will be available for purchase directly on our website. Check it out over on bobswatches.com/vintage. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Vintage of the Week. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check back next week to see what standout vintage watch we'll feature then. Bye.